hacker snuck into a real-life tournament. The prize was $250,000.
Free. How if you...
Obviously, he was banned from the tournament. What shocked everyone was the interview he did right after. This is how Epic Games found him. Fortnite is now bringing the battle to cheaters, some as young as 14, while others even qualified for the championship grand finals. Here are the kids who hacked Epic Games. It's the 2025 FNCS Divisionals, and Somerset is playing solos when she returned to the lobby and discovered this.
No, we're just...
Ooh.
Oh my god.
27 days?
Ow!
Ooh.
I
When you're a
literally
Fortnite
stream
player?
everything,
Ooh.
first of all. Anybody I've ever played with, you can literally go back into all of my VODs. You can literally watch them play.
Now, it didn't make sense. Not only was Somerset not teaming with a hacker, she was playing solos when this appeared. For the next 28 days, she would be banned from competitive games, totally ruining her FNCS chances. So, what happened? Well, one of her previous teammates from Ranked was a player named Jamer, and apparently they had been recently hacked by someone. Fortnite might have seen that Jamer had played with Somerset in the past and banned both of them for possibly working together, even when that was completely untrue. 2 days later, and Epic realized they made a huge mistake and unbanned her. That small association can inspire hackers to totally ruin people's careers. And these will get crazier and crazier
Plus,
with
you're a
every
Fortnite
case
player?
as we move on
Yeah,
to
bro,
Mr.
that's
Savage.
not good.
Because in 2023, he was playing a normal game of Ranked when
Mr.
he picked a
Savage.
fight with a very suspicious player.
Whoa.
Wait, is this kid cheating? Is this kid cheating, or does he just have the best AR? And what just happened to me?
Yo.
What happened to me?
That aim was
So
crazy.
that's when he decided to look into the guy and stayed in the
What the
match so
heck?
we could spectate him, and it wasn't long before this anonymous player was caught red-handed.
Yeah, he's cheating. He's cheating. He's cheating. Did you not see how he was locked on his head?
Most players would just kind of report this guy and move on, but this is where the story takes an insane turn. After reporting him, Mr. Savage decided to go into replay mode and find his username, rebooted by me. And with his identity now exposed, it was time to add him on Fortnite.
He added me. The cheater added me. Oh my god, the cheater added me. Yo. Hello? Bro.
Hello? You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, what up?
What do you mean, what up? Why are you cheating, bro?
I'm not cheating.
Okay, don't try to be funny, bro. Why are you cheating?
I'm not cheating, bro.
Alright.
They
Okay, so you're
said
just cringe then.
So he
K,
decides to
'cause-
investigate
'cause
further,
they-
and he realized
well.
the true scale of Fortnite's problem with cheaters. After asking the hacker how much he paid for the cheats, he learns he
Plus,
only
this was-
spent
this was 2
$20
days
on an
ago. If
aimbot
you
tool
already
from
seen it,
Discord,
I
and
know,
they've been
you probably did.
undetected by Epic for the past 4 days.
What?
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
Bro, Epic Games, bro. $20 to cheat for 4 days without getting banned? Nah, bro.
That's
Obviously,
wild, bro.
there's one thing left to do. Challenge the hacker
Like,
to a
you
1v1.
serious right now?
The world's best pro players versus someone with an aimbot. It was interesting to say the least.
1-0.
Bro, does not miss! Oh my
1-1.
God, you can't even hit me, bro.
2-1. So he won.
What happened?
Now, out of nowhere, in the middle of the 1v1, Epic finally found out.
Where are you? Wait, did he get banned? Wait, did he get banned? I think he got banned. Wait, he's in the...
I do not want to know. I do not.
Yeah, I think he got banned.
I do not want to know how much he got banned. Like, how long he got banned. I do not want to know, bro. Because if he got banned for so long, that's what you get, bro. That's what you get.
Straight up banning someone, it's an effective
God,
punishment.
no.
But as we open this next file, we'll learn that Epic can make your life a living hell.
Are you
In
serious?
2023, 2 players named Repulse God and Jace joined forces to take FNCS by storm. Repulse had previously done okay in 2021
Man,
and
I'm trying to
2022,
watch
coming
something.
between 40th
And
and 7th
react.
place across the tournaments. He had stints playing professionally for Powers, Spray and Pray Gaming, and Team Adapt, but all of this would change when he qualified for the FNCS Majors in 2023. You want to pay attention to his new teammate, Jace. Suddenly, the duo were unstoppable, getting 10th, 5th, even 3rd, and then going on to win the grand finals of FNCS.
Hey. I'm looking at you. Yeah. I don't want to waste time for this, but if this at least gets like 5 views, it's good. But if there's more, I appreciate it.
Major 3. They had earned over $20,000 so far
Dang.
and secured a spot in the global championship in
Bro, I
Denmark,
tried
where they will be
playing
competing for $4 million. So They packed their bags and
I
hopped
don't
on a
know.
flight to Copenhagen, arriving at the tournament just one day
FNCS,
before
bro,
it started.
I couldn't even do
And
it, bro.
this is when the
I only
employees
get
and legal
no
team at Epic
kills, bro. I
stopped them at
get
the
half a
door.
kill.
They told them they had been disqualified from the tournament and had to go home.
Wait, what?
They packed their bags and hopped on a flight to Copenhagen, arriving at the tournament just one day before it started. And this is when the employees and legal team at Epic stopped them at the door. They told them they had been disqualified from the tournament and had to go home. It turns out that Jace's shot at $4 million was ruined by his own teammate, and he wouldn't even know the true reason until 2 years later. In February of 2025, Epic Games revealed that they had taken legal action against RepulseGod. They discovered that throughout the FNCS campaign, Repulse hadn't even been playing the matches himself. Instead, he shared his account login with another esports player named Forbes. Now, luckily, Epic caught on to this just one day before the Global Championship and stopped Repulse from doing more damage. Once their lawsuit against him was over, he was legally forced to upload an apology video on his YouTube channel. He was now banned from participating in Fortnite tournaments forever, and he had to pay back all of the prize money to charity. But the funniest part about this was how he had to write that cheating in tournaments ruins the fun for players who are in their spot, and I apologize to the community for my actions. I won't ever cheat in Fortnite again. Aimbotting in a public match, it's one thing, but scamming Epic and other players out of prize money will land you in some humiliating trouble. You see, Epic's anti-cheat, it's not the greatest, and that's why some people have to take matters into their own hands as we investigate how Ninja trolled a hacker. It starts off like any other cheating story. Ninja was playing Fortnite as usual when he was caught off guard by this guy.
Is that guy cheating? No, I mean, there's just no way. In zero build, unranked solos. He's...
I seen this, bro. This is crazy, bro.
Okay, nothing too crazy, your average hacking situation, but that's until Ninja loaded into the very next match.
Is that him? That's him? Is it? Yeah, it is. He got my game again. He's literally stream sniping.
So he realizes that the hacker knows what game.
Hey, if any one of you stream in here, I know this is not going to get a lot of views, because I already know. Dude. Comment if you hate stream snipers, even if you don't stream, okay?
He's in and is stalking him. Ninja decides to pull a high IQ play, trolling the hacker by forcing them into a high ping lobby.
Kill him, Ninja. Kill him.
Now, it's when hackers decide to block you from getting free skins that things get serious. There was a pro player called Destiny, and he looked back on the recent Fantastic Four Cup. He went into replay mode and noticed a cheater named KOP17 who was pulling off some of the most obvious hacks you could ever see.
This might be the most disgusting cheater I've ever seen in my whole life. He's sitting in a brick cone, playing endgame in a skin cup. He decides to open up, completely shoots through this thing that you can't shoot through, and then perfect track headshot, ding ding ding, and kills pings. And then he goes back to playing endgame!
There are people who lost out on free superhero skins because of this guy. And while all of these are individual hackers, there's one device that has haunted Epic for years. For the longest time, cheaters were very rare on consoles because hacking tools required you to jailbreak your PlayStation or your Xbox. That's until one company released a product that changed everything, the Cronus Zen. It's a little box that plugs into your console, and then you plug your controller into it. It makes it so the console thinks you're just using a regular controller, but you're actually giving yourself macros and mods on the side. The Cronus Zen allowed people to activate things like anti-recoil, aimbot, automatic drop shots, spam pickups, and a whole lot more. It was ridiculous, and Epic had no idea how to tackle this problem. They'd spent years designing anti-cheat tools that targeted PC players and looked for software, but the Cronus Zen was now leading an epidemic of hackers on Xbox and PlayStation. After months of hard work trying to figure out how to fix this, they released a solution in 2022. A new anti-cheat had been designed that could officially detect when someone has a Cronus Zen plugged into their console, and release a statement saying that anyone caught using it will be given a warning to unplug and then permanently banned from Fortnite. The problem is, hackers have adapted, and we're currently facing an even larger threat to the integrity of Fortnite. You see, the most popular cheating method for tournaments has now become something called DMA. Instead of just installing hacks on your PC and getting detected by
I know I'm not talking much, and this is taking forever. I know, bro. I know I'm boring. I don't even know why I'm doing this. I should just end it right here.
cheat within like seconds, most people are using multiple computers at once. They install a physical device called the DMA card into their gaming PC and then install cheats on their second computer. Basically, they're able to connect two PCs through the DMA card so that all the hacking can happen without the anti-cheat spotting a thing. This method I'm talking about is going to be very important later in the video when I explain how one hacker lost almost $200,000 from doing this. What this means is that until developers could find a way to track DMAs across PCs, Fortnite now has to rely on report systems and watching back replays to ban hackers. And that's not just a problem for Epic, it's affected the whole gaming community from Rust to CSGO, even Call of Duty. So now that you know just how deep this rabbit hole goes, let me show you one of the worst hackers Epic has ever seen. And at the end of the video, I will reveal how one kid caused the biggest security breach in Fortnite history. But first, we have to explore the guy who was caught wall hacking, just not in the way you think. Typical Gamer was not expecting to load into Fortnite last year and discover a hacker that blew us all away. He went straight into replay mode to watch MDB Surge play Cash Cups and realized this went far beyond wall hacking.
Maybe they weren't actually. Okay, I've never seen that before. I swear that guy wasn't even showing. Pretty sure this guy can see through walls. Oh. Okay, wait, hold on. Is this a new type of hack? This guy can literally shoot through walls. Like, that wall's fully there. You just...
Ain't no
They
way.
haven't literally turned all the way up. What the heck? Usually they can't eliminate players from that far. And I think he shot him through the bubble once or twice. Oh, he 100% can shoot through walls. That's actually concerning if that's the way cheats are going.
It's insane. But now it's time to talk about the three most notorious hackers in Fortnite history, all of which were brutally punished by Epic Games. Let's start with Sebastian Araujo, who lost over $175,000 from hacking. Earlier I talked about DMA cards and how it's the leading way to cheat in Fortnite. Well, Sebastian had been using this method for 4 months in 2024, taking part in 18 Fortnite tournaments before getting caught. In this stretch, he had received over 990 reports and won almost $7,000 in prize money. Epic were watching the entire time. Finally came the day they permanently banned him in June 2024. Not just his account, but
Oh my god. Wait, let's see what he's got to say.
even the hardware he was playing on. Where things got bad was it didn't stop Sebastian. He was determined and created at least 3 accounts over the rest of 2024 with hardware spoofers to continue cheating. So enough was enough. Fortnite filed a lawsuit against him that would turn out to ruin his life. In December, they sued for copyright infringement. So what was Sebastian's response to these accusations? Well, there wasn't any. Not only did Sebastian not show up to any of the court hearings, he ignored Epic entirely. As a result, the court automatically gave Epic a victory, and the punishment was sickening. In June 2025, they announced that Sebastian is required to pay Epic Games $175,000 that'll be donated to charity. So I kind of feel like cheating in Fortnite wasn't worth it to him. Hackers don't just harm the game. One lawsuit that just finished this month revealed how Epic sued a cheater for hacking streamers. Zebsy was a YouTuber and Fortnite player who would wait for streamers to go live playing the game, and then during their stream, Zebsy would send cyber attacks at the matches they were playing on. Essentially, it would boot them out of the game, affecting thousands of people. Now, he was very quickly discovered and sent straight to court by Epic, who of course won the lawsuit. Just like they started to do with recent cheaters, Epic forced Zebsy to go on his YouTube channel and release a video statement admitting that he carried out DDoS attacks in Fortnite under the username TTVHumpty, and that he was sorry for the harm and damage caused. But the cherry on top is always at the end, when Epic makes these guys sound like kids who were forced to apologize by a teacher. My accounts have been banned from Fortnite. I regret my actions and will not be involved in any more DDoS attacks. I mean, justice just tastes so sweet. But now we have to move for the hacker who did the most damage to a Fortnite tournament that we have ever seen. It's the DreamHack Open 2023, and players are all competing in person to win $250,000. What they didn't know was that an anonymous hacker was among them, and the craziest part is, they weren't even at the event. Despite this being a LAN tournament, one of the competitors was basically giving the code on how to join matches and would leak it to his friends. That friend would turn out to be a hacker who didn't just join the game with cheats, but live streamed everything while he was doing it. Now, it took a while for anyone to even notice this, as the hacker kept making their way through the tournament, racking up tons of kills and points. That's when a staff on site began noticing strange things happening. Players were dying to unrealistic kills, someone was running around with higher ping and weird reaction times. They realized they were compromised.
Nice. I'm gonna know it.
Voilà. Regarde, Bimbo.
Bunker.
Bro, is this kid cheating? I think he's cheating.
Immediately, the staff find a way to ban him from the server, but there was still one problem left. Someone at this event leaked the access code in the first place, and they were still here, competing amongst everyone else for the share of $250,000. The staff needed to track them down. Gossip spread around the venue. Rumors are flying around that one of the players sold the access code for $50 apiece to at least 5 hackers. Then, they tracked him down.
Is this him? Lose it! Lose it! Look at him! He's walking away! Who thinks he's him?
Please, stop.
Not only was he kicked out of the event, broadcast to thousands of people, and booed live, he would end up being banned from the game by Epic themselves. Later on, a streamer was able to actually interview the cheater, and Epic was watching the entire thing. To show you how dumb this kid was, he left a family photo on the wall, and this was all Epic needed to track him down. Well, he was swiftly banned from Fortnite. Those are the kids who hacked Epic Games. This has been Tommy, and as always, keep
Alright, that's the end of the video. I really got nothing else to say, so just stay cool, my brother.